Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll show you how to obtain a transfer function from a state variable model. Okay. So a state variable model is given and you have to obtain transfer function from that state variable model. So we have the state variable model, it is given as x dot is equal to ax plus bu and y is equal to cx plus du. So this is the state model. So in the question, this much is given. Okay. So this much is given and we are supposed to find the transfer function from the state variable model. So how will you do this? So you have to compare this with the state equation. So here just see this one, x dot is equal to minus 1 0 1 minus 1 x plus 0 1 u. So you can compare this one. So you can see that a is given, b is given, then y is equal to cx plus du. So c is given and du part is missing here. So that means d is 0 here. Okay. So we can just take out these values and write it here. So a is the matrix minus 1 0 1 minus 1, b is the matrix 0 1, c is 1 2 and d is equal to 0. Just by comparing it with the standard state model equations. So we have the formula for finding the transfer function. The formula to find the transfer function is this one, that is transfer function. Any transfer function if you want to find from a state variable model, then it is c into si minus a inverse into b plus d. So we can see that all the variables here, it is all the constants here, it is given from the question. We got it a, b, c, d. So you can just substitute in this formula for finding the transfer function. So what is this si minus a? I is the identity matrix we know. And we know that a in the given question it is 2 by 2 matrix. So it is minus 1 0 and 1 minus 1. So I whenever you are multiplying this s with the identity matrix should be chosen as the same size as the size of the matrix A. So size of matrix A is 2 by 2. So identity matrix also will be taking it as 2 by 2. Identity matrix is nothing but it is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So if it is a 2 by 2 then 1 0 0 1. So we have taken s into I 1 0 0 1 minus A. Then you multiply S with this identity matrix, you will be getting S0 0 S minus the A matrix is minus 1 0 1 minus 1. So you just need to do the arithmetic operation here. So you will be directly doing the subtraction. So S minus minus 1. So the first term becomes minus and minus becomes plus. So it becomes S plus 1. Then 0 minus 0 you will be getting 0. Then 0 minus 1 you will be getting here minus 1. And S minus minus 1 will be getting it as S plus 1. So S minus A, Si minus A, we got this matrix. Now what we have to do, we have to in the formula, we have to use C into Si minus A inverse into B plus D. So you have to find this Si minus A inverse. How will you find the inverse of a matrix? Inverse of any matrix is given by adjoint of that matrix, divided by the determinant of A will give you the inverse of any matrix. So this is the formula which we will be using. So adjoint A is nothing but it is the transpose of cofactor of A. So for finding the determinant of A, here it is instead of A, here we have Si minus A. So we want to find the inverse of Si minus A in matrix. Okay. So what we'll be doing, we'll be taking adjoint Si minus A divided by determinant of Si minus A. We'll find the determinant of Si minus A. Take this matrix and find the determinant. Determinant is nothing but you will be multiplying this S plus 1 into S plus 1, this one, and minus 0 into minus 1. So we'll be getting it as S plus 1 the whole square minus 0. So we'll be getting the answer as the determinant of Si minus A as S plus 1 the whole square. Now the next part is for finding the inverse of the matrix A. We need to find determinant A we already found. Now we need to find adjoint. So adjoint of Si minus A is nothing but it is a transpose of cofactor of Si minus A. So cofactor of Si minus A, how will you find it? So we have the Si minus A matrix like this, 0, then minus 1, S plus 1. So this is a matrix. So cofactor will be finding the first one, it is A11, let us sake. So this one will be taking the first row, first column, first row. You remove that one, and what is remaining there is s plus 1. So it will be s plus 1, and it is 1 1. So 1 plus 1. So it is raised to the power, it is positive. The second one, taking this one, it is remove the row and column corresponding to this one. So we'll be getting it as minus 1. So it is the first row, second column. So first row, second column. So when you add this one, you will be getting it as 1 plus 2. It is an odd number. So 0, that minus 1 raised to 3, you will be getting a negative value. So that one is, since it is 0, you don't have to, this one is like minus 1. Okay, so when you are taking the you have to multiply it with minus 1 again, so you'll be getting 1 there. So that is what this minus 1 raised to 3 it will come. So minus 1 raised to 3 into minus 1, so you'll be getting it as plus 1. So here now when you come here, it is like you remove this second row and first column, you'll be getting it as 0 0. There is no sign. The last one, it is the second row, second column. The element is s plus 1. Second row, second column is 2 plus 2. It's an even number. So minus 1 raised to 2, you will be getting, no, minus 1 raised to 4, you will be getting it as positive value. So the value is s plus 1. So this one is not actually. So here this is our cofactor matrix. Okay, so cofactor here we got it as s plus 1 1. This one, see, 0 s plus 1. Then what you have to do for finding the adjoint matrix, you have to take the transpose of this. Transpose means just to interchange the rows and columns. So this s plus 1 1 becomes the first row becomes first column, second row becomes second column. That's it. So we got that joint matrix. Now we can easily find the inverse of Si minus A. So Si minus A inverse is nothing but that adjoint matrix divided by the determinant. Determinant we have already found it as s plus 1 the whole square. So we can directly substitute it here. And this one you divide it by term. So s plus 1 divided by s plus 1 the whole square, you will be getting it as 1 by s plus 1. 0 divided by s plus 1 the whole square, you will be getting it as 0. 1 divided by s plus 1 the whole square, you can write like that. Then s plus 1 divided by s plus 1 the whole square, you will be getting it as 1 by s plus 1. So this is the value which you are getting for Si minus A inverse. So now you can directly substitute in the formula for transfer function. We know the formula is C into Si minus A inverse into B plus D. Now we have the value of C which we directly found from the question. Si minus A inverse we found it now. Then B is given and D is also given. D is 0 in this particular problem. So we just substitute it this one. So C is 1 2, it is given. Then Si minus A inverse we found just now. It is 1 by s plus 1, 0, 1 by s plus 1 the whole square, 1 by s plus 1. And B is also given. So 0 1, it's given in the question. Then D is 0. So just multiply this one. First we are multiplying this portion Si minus A inverse into B. We found it to be 0, 1 by s plus 1. When you are multiplying, you will be doing 1 by s plus 1. Here 1 by s plus 1 into 0 plus this one 1 by s plus 1 into 1. So similarly the second row 1 by s plus 1 the whole square into 0 plus 1 by s plus 1 into 1. So you'll be getting the answer as 0 1 by s plus 1 as the matrix. Now we have to multiply it with 1 2, that is C. So 1 2 and 0 1 by s plus 1, the multiplication. So 1 into 0 plus 2 into 1 by s plus 1. So we'll be getting it as the value as 2 by s plus 1. So this is nothing but this is the transfer function. So this is how you can find the transfer function from a given state variable model. It is very easy. The thing is you have to find, you should know how to find the inverse of a matrix. It is also very simple. So if a state variable model is given, you can easily find the transfer function for that state variable model by using the formula C into Si minus A inverse into B plus D. Thank you. Hope you understood. Thanks for watching.